I'd like to welcome everybody back here to Athlete Institute for the second game of the night of this doubleheader. The first game saw Orangeville Prep take down Thornley Secondary School 105-68. We are now starting the second game. We're just moments away from the second game of this doubleheader tonight, OSBA action. It is the defending 2016 OSBA champion Athlete Institute Prep taking on Bill Crothers, Markham's very own Bill Crothers. I am Ryan Greco doing color, and I'm being joined by Kelsey Wright doing play-by-play. A couple of notes here for Athlete Institute Prep, a couple of players that we definitely want to keep an eye on during this game. O'Shea Brissett, the former Findlay Prep standout, now here at Athlete Institute. Look for him to have some big numbers in this game. For Bill Crothers, we have players such as Jaden Koch, Khalid Long, Jamal Mayali, a lot of different talented players. Kelsey, how are you doing?
I'm doing evening? So wonderful. I love double headers because I feel like we're already kind of like warmed up. Yes, you know what I mean? I'm so excited. I haven't seen Bill Crothers play yet this season, and I know this is the first regular season game, but I did attend a couple of the preseason games, so I have seen AI play. Have not seen Bill Crothers, and I am so excited to see Steph Smith.
Steph Smith, tell me a little bit about him.
Stephen Smith is an unreal basketball player. I mean, he played at Bill Crothers last year. He was actually related to Ashton Smith, who played on the Orangeville A's. In his last two games with Bill Crothers at that Brantford tournament that was just a few weekends ago, 15 and 14 points. He's one of the biggest scorers on this team. He plays point guard, and he's just so fun to watch.
We're definitely looking forward to seeing what he can put together here in this game, taking on the defending champion, Athlete Institute Prep. Athlete
Institute has so many talented players, Ryan. I don't know if you had the opportunity to talk about some of them. One that I am so extremely proud to watch. We will talk about it after the national anthem. Welcome back to Athlete Institute. We are watching AI Prep take on Bill Crothers. We mentioned before, I'm Kelsey Wright, joined by Ryan Greco. Ryan, right before the national anthem, we were talking about
pre-game work.
I will be back in just 1 second.
And we are back.
We are seconds away from tip-off in the second game of the doubleheader tonight here at Athlete Institute. The defending champs, AI in gray, will take on Bill Crothers in red. First possession goes AI. That is Javon Blair Juggy, for those who know him well. He will take it up for AI. He comes off a screen from Ben Hendricks. He's looking to turn the corner. He finds O'Shea Brissett. Oh no, excuse me, that's not Brissett. That's Jordan Lyons. Jordan Lyons, the dunk champion of the
Athlete Institute Showcase last.
He jumped over 2 of his teammates, Ryan.
2 of his teammates threw it down. This is a team, much like Orangeville Prep, very physical, very athletic. A lot of talent on the floor right now for both teams, though, to be fair.
Ball's up top for Bill Crothers. It's going to be a turnover, though, however, right into the hands of Howard Washington. Howard Washington finds Jordan Lyons, but it's taken away by Bill Crothers once again. On the left-hand side, it's knocked away sort of by Howard Washington and stolen again by Ben Hendricks.
See, much like the earlier game we had, everyone's still trying to get a feel for the game right now. And there's a foul on Javon Blair. He's going to be going to the line. Dougie misses the first one. Makes the shot there. Javon Blair now starting off a 1-0 lead here for AI Prep. To see if Bill Crothers can respond. Number 5 over to 15. Takes the 3, just misses. Not a lot of spin on that ball as he released it. Javon Blair now once again taking the shot. Blair missing. Possibly able to get his own rebound, but he's shoved into out of bounds. It's going to be Bill Crothers' ball, however. That right there is Jamal Mayali that's bringing the ball up right now. A standout, a well-known shooter, starting guard for Bill Crothers. Howard Washington Jr. bringing the ball up for AI Prep. Decides to shoot it, just missing. Bill Crothers with the rebound now, looking to see if they can capitalize. Howard Washington trying to intercept the pass, possibly hurting his wrist there a little bit. Foul is on Washington. I think he thought it was on Bill Crothers. I think that's what his wrist is saying right now. Crothers now 14, over to 15. Right to the hoop. Great finish there. Bill Crothers now with the 2-1 lead. 2 minutes into this first quarter. Javon Blair now trying to find O'Shea Brissett, the former Findlay Prep standout. See if he can get onto the score sheet for the first time in this game. It's called with the charge. A great defense there by Bill Crothers, number 14 there, able to get O'Shea Brissett charged with the foul. They still hold on to a 2-1 lead 2 minutes into this first quarter.
Sorry, folks, I'm back now. That's a miss by number 21, Jacob Frazier. It's Howard Washington coming back on the other end. Looked like a little bit of a foul there. He gets it out, to Washington. Back out to Jordan Lyons. That's a big miss for Jordan Lyons. And it's going to go out of bounds on Athlete Institute. It's going to be red ball.
Bill Crothers right now hanging with Athlete Institute, no problem at all.
We saw this in the earlier game, though, however, Ryan. I mean, in the previous game, Thorn Lee took a 15-point lead over Orangeville Prep, ended up losing by over 30, 40 points. There's a big 3 by Parrish Shand. Howard Washington bringing it back up for this Athlete Institute team. Gets it over to Jordan Lyons. Swings it to O'Shea Brissett. Back to Javon Blair. Swings it once again to Howard Washington, who chucks it up from beyond the 3. That one's no good. On the other end, they tried to get it over to Jamal Mayali. That one doesn't fall.
Washington missing the easy layup there. I don't think he realized how open he was as he attacked the rim. And now Mayali seeing if he can respond, but he gets called with the travel. That's a good call by the ref. They're noticing that Mayali defense just a little bit too physical from AI Prep.
It's going to be Bears ball on the baseline. Howard Washington bringing it up for AI. Being covered closely by Emmanuel Miller. He does a spin move, gets it back over to O'Shea Brissett. Brissett, that one doesn't fall. Howard Washington gets that rebound, goes up. He's going to go to the charity stripe for 2, Ryan.
Yes, he does. He gets the finish there. And once again, the length of Athlete Institute. I mean, here's another team. Very big, very long, very athletic. Bill Crothers is going to have their hands full in the offensive end, but if they were watching the game before, I'm hoping they were able to pick up some tips there of watching your man, boxing your man out, then going for the ball. Unfortunately, Thornley was not able to do that, and they ended up paying the price rather severely with a rather big blowout loss to Orangeville Prep.
I think for a lot of these guys, this first quarter in their first regular season game is really just getting their nerves out. They're shaking out all their kinks, so neither team is going to play at their top performance in this first quarter. Like we saw in the previous game, there's a big jumper. It's going to be called for only a 2. That's Jaden Koch in the corner.
Jaden Koch, one of the players to watch in this game. Very talented, very good composure there. He knew exactly what he was going to do as soon as he got the ball, and he sank that shot with ease.
Howard Washington finds Javon Blair. Blair looks to turn the corner left, puts up a floater. That's no good, but again, he's going to go to the line for 2 shots, Brian. Is this going to be one of those games where we see the teams make or break it from the foul line?
Absolutely. I think both teams are very good at slashing and penetrating, going straight to the rim. You're going to be seeing a lot of that, especially from AI Prep. They have the length, they have the athleticism to just barrel down on any team, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see somebody from either side get crowned in this game. There's just that many athletes on the floor, and anything can happen. You look at Javon Blair, there's a guy who's been on this team from the very beginning. A lot of people thinking that him along with O'Shea Brissett, this is going to be their years to kind of break out and really make a name for themselves with college coaches.
Absolutely. We talked about O'Shea Brissett. Just had his official visit. That's Emmanuel Miller there, sorry, on the other end. O'Shea Brissett just had his official visit to Syracuse University, so he's got some big names after him. He's another one of those guys, just like Stephen Smith, that's just very, very fun to watch.
Absolutely, and there's Emmanuel Miller getting it done on the offensive and defensive end right now early for Bill Crothers, and they now have almost an identical lead that Thornley had around this time in the first quarter, just a game before.
Tyler Plummer's going to take it out of bounds for this AI team. 5 minutes, 44 seconds left on the clock. 10-4 right now for Bill Crothers. Jordan Lyons gets it out. Javon Blair gets stripped by
Unfortunately,
a Bill Crothers
number 11.
player.
Number 11 did well there. Great defensive play by number 11 for Bill Crothers. Stripping Javon Blair.
Beautiful play there drawn up from Bill Crothers. That's going to be a finish by Emmanuel Miller. It's going to be a foul, an offensive foul. I think that's called on Jordan Lyons.
Jordan Lyons getting called with a foul there. He's coming out of the game now. Or sorry, that's O'Shea Brissett coming out of the game at this point. And in for Athlete Institute Prep, that will be the Jane and Finch native, Giovanni Scott coming in.
Giovanni Scott is another kid, has a cousin on the team actually. Another kid that was just picked up this year, kind of relatively unknown, but an absolute crazy athlete.
Absolutely.
Just completely naturally athletic. He's a great addition to this already athletic Bears team.
Very much so, and you're going to be seeing them using that to their full advantage at this game. But Bill Crothers hanging tough right now. More than that, they're up 12-4. There's Javon Blair making his first three.
There's Miller going coast to coast. He can't make that one go. And Scott on the other end. Wow, that's a big dunk.
Big dunk, but it was definitely a travel by Javon Blair, taking 2 steps before handing off the lob.
It's that LeBron James step that we were talking about
Absolutely.
in the first game.
That was a great NBA play by Javon Blair, but unfortunately he's not there just yet. He's going to have to deal with the travel call of the OSBA officials.
Or not. 12-7 right now. Bill Crothers leading the way.
And now Mayali over to Miller. Miller down low. Unfortunately, that pass was just a little bit off.
Trying to get that into Shan. Shan just couldn't hold off his defender any further. And unfortunately, that's right out of bounds for the Colts. Howard Washington tries to find a wide open Jordan Lyons underneath, but can't. Makes it up, however, gets that steal on the other end. That's Javon Blair, but he's a step too late. It's going to be out of bounds. Colts ball on the side.
Once again, Bill Crothers staying active on defense here, not letting Athlete Institute get any kind of real rhythm on offense. They know that would spell trouble for them.
Miller over to Smith. Smith gets it out. That one is no good, however.
Andreas almost making the shot there.
There's going to be a traveling call there. Maybe that was a little bit of a makeup call from before, Ryan.
Definitely.
Another travel, though, for Athlete Institute. It's going to be Colts ball on the baseline.
You're looking at one thing I'm noticing going in so far into this first quarter. Once again, as you said, a lot of players still trying to get their nerves out, trying to get their feet up under them. We'll definitely start seeing some more consistent offensive sets now, especially from Bill Crothers. Now Miller going in again. Great ball control, almost loses it, but gets it back.
Mayali steps on the line there, and that's going to be an out-of-bounds AI ball.
Mayali, unfortunately, and this is where it comes into contact here. This AI prep team is incredibly quick on the perimeter. A lot of big bodies playing on the wing. And it showed right there as Bill Crothers with the turnover. And now Javon Blair looking to see if he can create something by himself.
Drives down on the left-hand side. That one's no good. A little bit of a putback there from Jordan Lyons. Still can't clean that up. Coming the other way, that's Frazier coast to coast. That's just going to go out of bounds, but it's going to be knocked out by AI. Colts ball. Yep,
and one thing I'm noticing, I am liking Bill Crothers. They're still dribbling with their head up on the fast breaks. Still seeing what options they can make. Unfortunately, Miller there with the miss.
Miller tries to get it back on defense. Can't, however. Now Tyler Plummer looks to drive left. A no-look pass down low to Jordan Lyons. The defending dunk champ slams that one in for a solid 2 points.
We're taking a look real quickly here on the replay, and I mean, what a great move by Lyon to get by his defender and put down the slam. And there's a
big man chucking it up. That's Skandria, and he puts that 3 up, and he's the biggest guy out there, Ryan.
Yes, he is. And Skandria has shown that he can shoot that ball out there. They better respect his shot, or else Bill Crothers is going to continue to lead this game. Howard
Washington, nothing but air there. It looks like he might have had a big hand in his face by number 11, Stephen Smith.
Unfortunately, right now, what we're seeing from Athlete Institute as the timeout is here, Kelsey, one thing I'm definitely noticing is just not as well of a set run offense as Bill Crothers has been putting together, and I think Bill Crothers, they're in the lead and they deserve to be right now.
I'm wondering, Ryan, if the ceremony before the game got to these guys' heads a bit, but also I want to say this is a brand new team. I mean, it's the same jerseys, it's the same name, but these guys are mostly, for the most part, a lot of them are new this year, just coming into this program, kind of have that weight on their shoulders, and I know that would weigh on them.
New coach too, new coaching staff.
Absolutely, completely new coaching staff. It's a brand new team, a brand new season. They have the weight on their shoulders of the defending champions of this OSBA league. And like we said, this first quarter for these guys, remembering that they're 15 to 18 years old, they're just getting the kinks out.
Absolutely, that's definitely what it's looking like right now. On the other hand, Bill Crothers, a very established team, very established program, a lot of winning in that program, and you can see it in the way that their coach right now putting it all together, and not a lot of panicking, and they're more importantly as well above everything else is they're defending their own paint, something that we did not see in the previous game earlier tonight. But something we are definitely seeing right now. It'll be interesting to see moving forward how this game continues to develop.
You mentioned the coach just quickly there, Ryan. A fun fact for everyone watching at home. Their coach actually used to play here at Athlete Institute when it was called Axe, when it had a blue floor, when they had their rep team playing here decades and decades ago. That is a big shot from Stephen Smith, and he is just starting to light up now. Such a fun player to watch. Again, 15, 14 points in his last 2 games in preseason, so that'll not be the last basket we see of Smith. Now Tyler Plummer looks to drive left, he kicks it out to Giovanni Scott. Giovanni Scott, that's going to be a 3 if it goes. No good, however, picked up by Frazier. Frazier is going a million miles a minute. Looks like it just kind of goes off his knee. He loses control, and that's going to be a foul on Frazier.
Definitely Frazier there, just dribbling a little bit too fast for his own good there. Just as soon as he was trying to get by Howard Washington, he tried to slow down. The ball stopped, his feet didn't.
So they are in bonus now. Tyler Plummer is going to go to the line. He's got 2 shots. Abel has the opportunity to bring this game within 7. Ben Hendricks is going to make his way, back onto the court. He's going to let Jordan Lyons take a quick water break. It looks like number 15, Jaden Koch, is also going to make his way back onto the court for Stephen Smith.
Jaden Koch, almost a switchblade of offense.
Plummer can't get that one to go, but Ben Hendricks comes down with that rebound. He pulls it over, and Giovanni Scott gets that rebound. Now, we talked about this earlier, Ryan. Offensive rebounds, the shot clock is only set to 14 seconds, so there's 8 seconds left on that reset shot clock. They got to put up something quick. Tyler Plummer misses the rim, so that one's not going to count. It's rebounded, however, by Shand.
Once again, that hurry-up offense of the OSBA. A lot of these guys playing at the NBA pace. Forces the teams to get into their sets, their offensive sets quickly, or simply just they have to make a decision. In other words, what they want in the OSBA is they want their players to be able to make a quick decision so that it's not such a huge jump for them when they move up to the college game and possibly to the NBA.
Howard Washington gets it over to Hendricks. Hendricks to Blair. Blair looks to turn the corner left. He finds an open lane, goes up and under, can't make that one fall. However, Ben Hendricks gets on the floor and knocks that out of bounds. Smart play by Hendricks. You don't see that a lot, but why not knock it out of bounds when you know you don't have a chance of getting it, and then at least your defense can get back and get set.
Absolutely. He was on the ground, and so was Javon Blair, so it would have been a 5-on-3 had he not knocked it out there. Great heads-up play by Hendricks.
Miller gets it over to number 15, Koch. Koch tries to go up and under. That one won't fall, but it will be out of bounds on AI. Colts ball on the baseline.
Jaden Koch showing some pretty respectable composure there when he had Hendricks right on him going up to the rim, but couldn't finish it. That's a tough shot to make over anyone, let alone a guy who's standing at roughly 7 feet, or at least 6'9", or 6'10".
Beautiful play there by Stephen Smith, puts his first basket in of the game.
It's now 20-10 for Bill Crothers, and there's a steal there by Miller, all the way back. Unable to finish it, though, and Hendricks with the rebound.
The long arms of Hendricks gets up there, grabs that board, and now Ryan Miller has been an absolute all-star so far in this game.
Yes, he has, and I mean, just doing a little bit of everything, hitting outside shots, attacking the rim when he needs to. Another guy to notice right now, Jaden Koch, he's also having a very great start. Koch, who actually played for Canada Elite over the summer, and there was a certain Orangeville player that is now currently on the Milwaukee Bucks who were actually playing alongside him not too long ago.
Hendricks sinks that first shot. brings it within 9 now with 1:09 left in this first quarter. Can't get that second one to fall. Stephen Smith comes up with that rebound.
How important is it and how much of a commodity is it when you know your big man can shoot those
big
free throws?
Three by Mayali.
That is what he is known for. Mayali is a straight up pure shooter, and they need to make sure that they close out the space on him if they don't want this game to get out of hand.
Washington hands it off to Plummer. Plummer's going to travel, just kind of on a miscommunication there, Ryan.
Yeah, definitely. And we've seen a couple of those now from AI Prep. We're hoping that, well, not necessarily us. We're trying to be unbiased, of course. But see if Athlete Institute Prep can start communicating a little bit more clearly with each other.
Stephen Smith gets it right back over to Mayali. Mayali tries to feed it in to Shand, but Shand has 4 Athlete Institute players around him. They knock it away. And now Ben Hendricks on the other side, just a little too slippery.
Once again, Athlete Institute off to the races, but I'm seeing a lot of dribbling with your head down, a lot of late passes. Not enough time to let the window of opportunity closing on each of those passes, and Bill Crothers so far in this first quarter has taken full advantage of it and are now sitting with an 11-point lead with 30 seconds to go in this first quarter. Mayali with the ball now.
Gets it up to Koch. Koch lets one off from beyond the 3, and that one's good.
That's the second time in this quarter that Jaden Koch has been left wide open for the 3. Athlete Institute is going to need to start getting it together a little bit on the defensive end.
Javon Blair now with the ball up top, telling his teammates to just calm down a little. He comes off a screen from Hendricks on the left-hand side, hands it over to Washington. Washington finds a wide open Hendricks. Hendricks with the jumper, too long. Ryan, end of the first quarter now. We saw Athlete Institute play 10 minutes of basketball, so we have a pretty good feel of who they are this year. I mean, we had a similar start in the previous game of this doubleheader with Thornley and Orangeville Prep. However, Orangeville Prep had started to chip away by this point. What is going on with Athlete Institute, excuse me?
Well, Athlete Institute Prep, they've got a lot of athletes on the wing, no pun intended. But one thing they don't necessarily have is Orangeville Prep size in the middle. Not a lot of physical play going on in the paint at this time. A lot of guys are trying to just kind of hang around the outside the three-point line and then occasionally slash or drive with the ball. I'm seeing guys right now holding on to the basketball a little bit too long for my liking while they're driving around more or less bringing their man to their teammates and causing a bit of a clog, and Bill Crothers has been all over that. They've completely used that to their advantage. Meanwhile, on the other end, you've got Bill Crothers, who's been moving the ball. I think that's really what it just came down to. Athlete Institute's not moving the ball, and Bill Crothers is, and that's why Bill Crothers has a 25-11 lead at the end of the first quarter.
Ryan, we talked a lot about O'Shea Brissett, who is obviously one of their main players. However, this team in their last 2 games at that Brantford tournament that we continue to talk about in preseason, Howard Washington had 16 points and 12 points. Javon Blair had 17 points and 11 points. They were the leading scorers of both teams, both pretty non-existent out there so far in the game.
I think Javon Blair, one of the things he's being counted on a lot minutes-wise in this season, he's definitely going to have to learn to try and work alongside with his teammates instead of having to always constantly feeling like he has to try and score. Once again, we saw a couple of times there where he hesitated to pass the ball, instead was trying to look for a lane to drive to the rim. And I think he's going to have to kind of kick that habit a little bit if Athlete Institute's going to have any success in this specific game at least, because Bill Crothers is clogging the lanes like you wouldn't believe right now. That's a good start.
O'Shea Brissett with a steal of his own. He tries to go up. There's going to be no call there, but he's able to get it right back out to Tyler Plummer. Tyler Plummer passes right in the middle. Another miscommunication, Ryan.
Yes, definitely.
Is this just early in the season, or is this going to be a struggle for them from here on out?
No, I definitely think this is just early in the season. There's plenty of time to work out things like this, although it is a little peculiar to see this many times guys kind of looking at each other as the ball goes out of bounds going, I thought you had it. So that's something they definitely need to remedy before the half, or this is going to be another another blowout game, only it's going to be on Athlete Institute.
Stephen Smith gets it into Miller. Miller blocked by Ben Hendricks. The ball is up in the air. Who is going to get it? And Miller comes down with it. He goes up. It's not going to be a shot clock violation because the ball hits the rim.
Definitely.
However, it's Shand who finally puts that ball in for them.
Unfortunately, I think I saw a couple Athlete Institute players stop playing when they heard the horn, and ended up being an easy bucket for Miller. trying to call the over and back, but not from here. It didn't look like it went over. And now Jaden Koch
with another wide open three. This one doesn't fall, however. Now Javon Blair on the other side. Looks like he tries to get that foul. That one's no good. It's going to go off his side, out of bounds.
And unfortunately, again, as we're looking at the replay, we have 3 gray shirts and 1 red shirt, and Javon Blair decides to take it himself. Doesn't get the call. That's the kind of play that would drive a coach crazy. If you've got your teammates there, you've got to utilize them and get them available, especially if the defender has committed to you. It's a very simple and easy pass to the middle of the paint to finish.
Stephen Smith now with the Colts. Finds Scandria. He checks one up. That one's no good. Put back almost so close by Jaden Koch, but that's going to go out of bounds on Athlete Institute. It looks like it's going to be Colts ball on the baseline.
Unfortunately there, that was Koch who was able to get the rebound over Blair. And there's a foul.
There's going to be a foul before the ball gets in. And I think that's going to be on number 5 for Athlete Institute. That's Jordan Lyons. Oh,
yeah, definitely.
Excuse me. That Howard.
It's on number 2, Howard
Washington.
Washington.
It was called on Howard Washington. Now Washington's going to take a seat on the bench because I believe that's his second foul. In for him, Aaron Matta, we're seeing for the first time.
Yeah, Washington there. Oh, as it goes
not
out.
a great start for Matta. Wrong place, wrong time for number 3 on Athlete Institute. Just kind of banged off the front of his knee.
Now Koch with the ball. He's inbounding.
Miller gets control of it, passes it over to Stephen Smith. The point guard, Smith, setting up for him. He drives. That one is no good. It's brought down by Mirko.
Smith trying his luck there. And now Brissett, he gets the call on him, attacking the rim. And there's Javon Blair handing it off to Brissett, hoping Brissett can make something of it. And he gets a trip to the line for his efforts.
O'Shea Brissett can't get that one to fall. He's got one more chance on the charity stripe. That one's good. 27-12, just over 8 minutes left. Stephen Smith finds himself wide open. That one's no good, however. Way too short, nothing but air there. Javon Blair bring it coast to coast. That won't fall.
I don't think Blair's had a single one of those shots go in yet for him.
O'Shea Brissett, great defensive effort. That one's going to go in favor of Brissett. Athlete Institute ball. He gets it into Javon Blair. Just under 8 minutes now. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Blair to Lyons. Lyons finds Matta. Matta looking to turn the corner. Great defense by Stephen Smith, however. Lyons out to Brissett. Brissett, just one of those guys who can get to the basket whenever he wants. Unfortunately, that time for him, it didn't go through. Too many passes by Bill Crothers. However, Miller comes down with it, and he's not able to put it up. Another offensive rebound, though. There's one Bill Crothers player down there. That's number 15, Jaden Koch. Around 3 or 4 different Athlete Institute players right on that offensive rebound.
Great effort, great second effort. And I mean, Jaden Koch and Emmanuel Miller, the both of those two players, they've just been really high energy guys this entire game. Incredibly long and athletic. And they're using that completely to their advantage. Very composed, I think, more than anything. I think that's the correct term for this right now. And Athlete Institute, they've found themselves in a bit of a hole right now, Kelsey.
I'm going to chalk it up once again to just an absolutely new team. I mean, we saw this earlier with Orangeville Prep, new coaching staff, new players, and I think once all these athletes start to click together, it's going to be a different game. However, Bill Crothers has come to play tonight, Ryan.
Absolutely, and I think completely so far in this game, in the almost quarter and a half that we've played so far, Bill Crothers has simply outworked Athlete Institute. They've outworked them in just about every facet. They're running their offense a lot more smoothly, and they're not panicking. More than anything, they're not panicking when they find themselves getting smothered by defenders. They're finding a way out. Guys are communicating. They're just playing it's really coming down to Bill Crothers is playing a cleaner game than Athlete Institute right now.
I think you hit it on the head when you said that they're running their offenses. It kind of looks like when you're watching this, Bill Crothers is running their offenses. They're playing as a team. They're getting ball movement. Athlete Institute, it looks like they're, like you said, panicking. It looks like they want to score and they want all their athletic abilities, because everyone who is on right now for Athlete Institute is an incredible athlete who can score.
Yes,
but they're
absolutely.
not doing it together.
No, they definitely aren't. A lot of contested shots so far in this game for them. But
Foreman
there's Mata.
finds a wide open Mata for the backdoor layup on the left-hand side.
And those are the shots you need. You need to continue to keep moving around, giving guys an option.
Great read there by Mata and Foreman.
Great composure to finish it. Mata is not exactly a very tall kid on the floor right now.
Miller on the right-hand side. That one doesn't fall. He gets back in bounds soon enough to be able to get his offensive rebound. That one is going to go off of Stephen Smith. It's going to be Orangeville basketball. Orangeville. They're in Orangeville, but they're Athlete Institute.
Athlete AI Prep getting the ball there. Smith thought he had it, but unfortunately he didn't. But once again, Bill Crothers, another offensive board, keeping themselves in a game, well, giving themselves an opportunity to extend their lead.
Aaron Mata, can he do it again? That one goes off, but Mason Foreman's there to clean it up. Gets it to Brissett for the big slam.
And that's what you're going to see, a lot of Athlete Institute Prep's offense, a lot of dishes and a lot of athleticism at the rim. And O'Shea Brissett, you do not want to get in front of that. You will end up on a poster.
Jaden Koch over to Stephen Smith. He comes off Miller, looks to drive on the left-hand side. It's going to be a pushing, so it's before the shot goes up, so I think that's going to be just on the sideline. That foul is going to go to Aaron Mata.
Aaron Mata, a factor so far in this game, finding ways to get open, finding ways. And they've cut this lead down to 11 now.
Jaden Koch taking it out of bounds for this Colts team, gets it right into Stephen Smith. He's going to make that bucket, Ryan, with Aaron Mata right under him. That's his second foul in a row, and he's going to go to the line to make it a three-point play.
Great finish there by Stephen Smith. He just beat his man to the basket. Jaden Koch, perfectly placed pass. Sometimes you don't talk enough, we don't talk enough actually, about where the pass is being placed in the offensive player's hands, because that can make all the difference between an easy layup and a contested shot.
Brissett turns the corner left. He's looking to get that and one answer. His shot won't fall, but he will go to the charity stripe for two.
Scary thing about O'Shea Brissett, if he gets a step on you, all you can do is foul him. Eventually, he's going to start getting these calls, which we're seeing right now. This is now his second consecutive trip to the line, and he's not going to stop. He's going to keep going. He knows how tall, he knows how strong he is. He knows how to get to the rim exactly. He can finish with both hands, relative ease. I mean, this is a guy who's very confident in his own abilities. Look to see him now try to make a difference at the line here.
Sinks the foul shot there, brings it to 29-17 with 6 minutes to go in this half. Mayali gets it over to Miller. Miller on Mata now, gets it out to Frazier. Frazier out to Mayali. That one doesn't drop.
Mayali, a rare contested shot.
O'Shea Brissett showing us just how long, athletic, and fast he can be when he wants it.
Absolutely. He's a scary kind of athlete, standing 6'9". I can't remember the last time I've seen a 6'9" two guard.
Mayali gets it knocked right out of his hands by Aaron Mata. That's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be red ball on the sideline. In for Athlete Institute, Tyler Plummer making his way for Aaron Mata. Ryan, I cannot stress enough how impressed I am with the minutes that Aaron Mata just put in.
Yeah, absolutely. And on top of that, he's doing the right things. He's not, and they're apparently.
Athlete Institute not happy with that call. Tyler Plummer is going to be called with the push during the act of stealing the ball. So it's going to be a foul on number 4 on the gray team if you're watching at home, but it's going to be red ball on the sideline once again. Stephen Smith gets it into Koch. Koch passes it over to Mayali. Mayali finds Smith once again. Smith drives left, puts a shot up. That one's no good. He was definitely looking for the foul there. Brissett now on the other end, splits the two defenders, gets that one to fall, plus he's going to go to the line for one more. Ryan, that's exactly what we were talking about not 30 seconds ago.
Absolutely. I mean, O'Shea Brissett, once again, showing his ability to attack the rim, and it's now an 8-point game. Unfortunate. I mean, fun fact here, he's the tallest kid on the floor, and he's playing the 2. He's playing the 2, sometimes the 3. Don't expect to see him in the paint. He is a winger through and through, and he plays like it.
Misses that foul shot there. Mayali gets called with the travel. He tries to get into his shooting position there. Looks like the ref says he took too many steps, and he's going to be called for the travel AI ball on the sideline, excuse me.
Mayali, a rare blunder here for Bill Crothers. Bill Crothers now starting to feel the heat a little bit. It's now an 8-point game, and O'Shea Brissett scoring almost at will at this point right now. We'll see if they can try and slow him down.
Washington playing the 1 for AI. Brings the ball up for this home team over to Brissett. Brissett dangerous right now with the mindset he's in. He's going to go to the line once again for 2. And now this is 3 plays in a row, Ryan, where Brissett's taken the ball and done something with it.
Something you don't necessarily speak about a lot, but what makes O'Shea Brissett such a nightmare to guard against is the fact that because he plays on the wing, he's going to be facing, odds are, usually one of your better players. And what happens is when he attacks the rim and he keeps getting these calls, he's putting your players in foul trouble. And now Bill Crothers is going to have to get real creative with their substitutions because he's now gotten fouls on Jaden Koch.
And they're 8 deep.
Yes, and they're only 8 deep in this game. Keep that in mind as well. Emmanuel Miller and Jaden Koch now each have a foul just off of O'Shea Brissett. And now Miller's on the bench because of it.
Mayali with the ball on the wing. Finds a wide open Frazier. Frazier goes up. That's going to be another and 1. Now, is this the game of and 1s, Ryan? Is this what we're about to watch for the next 25 minutes?
I definitely think that could be the case. Once again, though, kudos to Bill Crothers. They come right back up the floor, get a much-needed bucket, and how do they do it? They do it with team basketball. I mean, what a great pass into the lane there. And it's just the importance of separating yourself from your man, going to the rim, forcing someone else to come along to help. And now they have no choice but to foul you because they're a step late.
And he sinks the foul shot, bringing the lead back up to 32-23 with just over 4.5 minutes left to go in this half. Another miscommunication, Ryan. I cannot even count them on one hand now. Unfortunate for these hometown fans, but it's just they're not talking to each other.
Yeah, I think there's just been a definite mix-up in communication here, and you talk about it until you're blue in the face, but at some point, they're going to have to try and figure this out or they're going to lose this game.
There's another miscommunication, though, except this time on the other end, it looks like Mayali was not thinking he was getting the ball. Miller thought otherwise. That's going to be out of bounds AI ball. Blair gets it over to Plummer. Plummer is looking to drive baseline. Picks up his dribble over to Brissett. Brissett with the step back. That one's good.
Great shot there. O'Shea Brissett once again. And now he gets the steal.
O'Shea Brissett, offense and defense. That's a defensive steal. Could have gotten the assist there too. But Jordan Lyons is going to go up for the basket. It's good. And story of tonight, he's going to go to the line as well.
Exactly. But once again, there's O'Shea Brissett being the difference maker.
Offense and defensively.
Absolutely.
And that's why these big name schools are after him. Not only is he a scorer, but he's a defender. And he's that person who's able to pump your team back up when they may be looking a little bit flat.
Absolutely. It's now only a 4-point game. Athlete Institute Prep just completely erasing that deficit. They're on a 15-4 run right now.
Stephen Smith gets it over to Shan. Shan to Mayali. Mayali turns the corner, gets it right out to Frazier. Frazier for his 3.
Great shot by Frazier. Great find by Mayali. Cutting across the lane, kicks it out to his shooter. Great defense there as well to top it all off.
Great defense by Stephen Smith there. He gets that one back, gets it up to Mayali. Mayali drives middle. Can't get that one to fall, though. Great defense by O'Shea Brissett there. Brissett stood there looking to take the charge, and it really made Mayali go out of his way, and that's what made him miss the shot there. It's going to go out of bounds, Colts ball. Yeah,
absolutely. I don't think Mayali was expecting Brissett to just stand there and let him try and take the shot, I guess, in a sense. And Mayali trying to go around him. There's just too much body there for him to get around, ends up losing it. And now Bill Crothers, though, getting another opportunity to extend the lead again.
Frazier gets it in to Shand. Shand over to Stephen Smith. Stephen Smith finds a wide open Miller on the left-hand side.
It all starts with Shan, though, keeping that composure. I think that's going to be the key word of this game for Bill Crothers. Not panicking, even though he was holding the ball as long as he was, giving his team offense. And
Javon Blair.
And that's going to be a blocking foul,
It's going to be a blocking foul. One ref thought blocking, one ref thought a charge there, so it was that close, but it is going to be a blocking foul, and Javon Blair is going to go to the line for 2 shots.
Yep, because I think what really gave it away there was the fact that when he was standing there, his name escapes me at the moment, number 14.
Shand.
Yes, Shand, sorry. Shand, as he was standing there, he kind of swung his hip a little bit into Javon Blair, and ended up getting knocked off his feet because of it.
Speaking of Shand, Paris Shand is going to make a exit of the game for now. He's going to take a seat on the bench. In is Jaden Koch. Now, I like Jaden Koch's game. I'm glad he's back on. Nothing against Shand at all. But Jaden Koch has an energy about him that I enjoy watching.
Absolutely. And once again, he knows he's going up against some bigger players, in a sense. Either a little bit of weight on him or a little bit of height on him. But he's just got that motor. He knows how hard he's going to need to work if he's going to be successful in this league. And once again, he's playing within his system. And right now, once again, the hustle points outside of O'Shea Brissett, it's been all Bill Crothers.
Mayali gets it into Miller. Miller over to Koch. Koch looking to hand it off right back to Stephen Smith. Smith is going to look to take this. 4 seconds on the shot clock. He pulls up for the long 2. That one doesn't fall. Tyler Plummer comes down with that rebound. Great
effort by Mayali there, though, running right into the rim. No one blocking him out. Just couldn't get it.
And playing full court defense on Plummer. That's a hard task. Usually that's going to be a foul on number 22, Stephen Smith, and Howard Washington's going to go to the line.
It's looking like right now, Kelsey, this is a war of attrition to see who can get to the rim enough. And you can imagine, as Bill Crothers, as their head coach, has got to be sweating a little bit because you only have 3 bodies on the bench.
And this is a whole lot of fouls. It's a very, very physical game.
Yes.
And it really is going to come down to who's going to make their foul shots and who's going to make the better decision to not foul.
Yep, and it's getting to the point now where AI Prep, all they really have to do right now is just hang around and hope that Bill Crothers is going to get tired. And I don't even see that happening. I see AI Prep making that push that they need to go ahead in this game. Mayali with the ball. Mayali bringing it up.
Over to Juwan Beckford. Beckford lost his dribble, gets it over to Frazier. Frazier looking to turn the corner. He finds himself open but can't put it in. There's going to be another foul. Frazier at the line for 2.
And I think, it's something you don't necessarily talk about a lot, but when you have enough guys getting foul calls on both sides, what ends up happening now, it just kind of seems like the referees have decided just about any kind of contact is going to be a foul. And I honestly think that's just kind of the human condition at one point if you've been calling so many things.
Hard to get the hot hand when there's a foul every play, though. And I mean, just from a player's perspective, we're not going to see shooters be able to go off because there's so many stoppages in play.
Absolutely. It's well said. And also, when you get a foul called on you, it's a negative feeling. Any way you look at it, and it's going to be a real test for all of these players, composure-wise, to see if they can continue to do the little things right despite all of the foul calls. Here's Washington.
Washington hands it off to Brissett. Brissett on the left-hand side goes up off the glass, and it rims out. That's another one of those baskets that I want to give half a point to. And now Tyler Plummer playing full court defense on Frazier. Frazier tries to pass it off to Koch. No good. Stolen by Javon Blair, and that's going to be off of Mayali. Home court advantage. That's going to be AI ball.
Yes, it is. One thing I think we're noticing watching this game so far, almost done the first half. Bill Crothers, they thrive in that half-court offense, whereas AI Prep, they want to run all day. So it's a battle of conflicting offensive styles here, Kelsey.
Washington dishes it out to Plummer. Plummer gives it up to Brissett. Brissett's going to settle for the 3. Rims out once again. That's 2 for Brissett now that have gone in and out. Now Mayali on the other end. 1 minute to go in this half. Gets it over to Jaden Koch. Koch loses the ball midair. That's definitely a traveling violation.
Late call, but the right call. Better late than never.
Absolutely, and that's where that saying comes from. Did you know that? It's about dribbling.
Oh, really?
Absolutely not.
I was going to say, I'm like, oh.
Looks like
Kelsey
there's a
dropping knowledge.
stoppage of play here. It looks like the coach is having a word with the referee. We're going to bring the ball back to where it was entered originally. Let the coach and the referee continue talking, and we'll restart once again. 50 seconds now on the clock. 38-32. Bill Crothers is leading the way over this Bears team.
Chris Kobina, head coach of Athlete Institute Prep.
Shaking his head a little bit.
I think not having a great.
I think he was not happy about how late that call was because of how obvious it was.
Yes.
But it got called, so all good. 51 seconds now on the clock. Brissett over to Plummer. Plummer looking to pass it off. Gets it to Blair. Blair finds Washington. Washington loses the ball, stolen by Frazier. Frazier gets it right up to Beckford. Beckford goes up for two. It's good.
Fantastic finish by Beckford. And once again, that word, composure. Great body control to finish at the rim there by Beckford.
Blair looking to come off the screen of Brissett. Turns the corner on the left-hand side. Puts up a jumpy. That's no good.
A jumpy. I like that. It's a new one.
Oh, Miller gets it stolen right out of his hands from Howard Washington, who goes up for the pretty little flick on that end.
That's going to cause a timeout there for Bill Crothers. One thing I'm definitely seeing right now, Kelsey, I mean, AI Prep once again showing they love to run, they want to run. Bill Crothers, not so much. Anytime we've seen them try and put together a fast break, most of the time it's ended up in a turnover, unfortunately, for them. But once again, they're still clinging to this 6-point lead. Outside of O'Shea Brissett's offensive dominance in this first half, Kelsey, I'm not seeing a lot of movement from Athlete Institute Prep.
Ryan, 10 seconds left in this half. If you are Bill Crothers' coach, what are you saying to your team right now?
We're exactly where we should be, where we want to be. As long as we limit our mistakes, we should come away with the victory here today. I think that'll be more for a halftime speech, though, to be fair.
We're 10 seconds away from half.
Yeah, so, but I think right now, I think the best thing he's saying is just get yourselves a clean shot. We've been able to show, we've proven to ourselves that we can get off just about any shot that we want against these guys if we work together, if we move the ball correctly. And if we do that right now, I think they'll probably opt for the final 3-point shot of this half.
Ryan, last shot of the half. It's going to be Bill Crothers' ball with 10 seconds left. Who's taking that shot?
I'd prefer to have Miller, if he's on the floor, to take that shot. Either
Miller's on the floor.
So I would prefer to see either Miller take that shot. We could also see Beckford. He's shown that he can stroke it from deep.
Mayali?
And definitely Mayali, of course. I mean, once again, a lot of these guys can shoot it on this team.
They find Miller. Miller drives, gets it out to Mayali. Mayali, it's going to be a long two. That one's short. Still 5 seconds, though. That's ripped out of the hands of Jordan Lyons by number 15, Jaden Koch on the Colts. Now there's 4 seconds left. Just enough time to get a shot off. And there's going to be a foul call. Howard Washington going to go to the line for how many shots, Ryan?
3.
3 shots. He has the opportunity now to bring this to a 3-point game with foul shots. You live by foul shots, you die by foul shots, and these are going to be important 3 shots for this team going into that half and having that momentum.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you add in the fact that, Mayali, he didn't have to go there. That's just clock awareness. If you see that he's going to shoot it from that distance, it's okay to take a play off on something like that, especially if you saw the speed in which Howard Washington was going. Although at the same time, you can make the argument that there's really nothing he could have done because Howard Washington intently, it looked like, dribbled right into him to try and get that call, and he got it.
On the other side of things, Howard Washington can make that shot. Half-court shots aren't extremely crazy for him. So taking the play off, I mean, he got 2 points there instead of 3, but he can also make that shot.
He could, but he's also sprinting as hard as he can. So it's a little bit more difficult. Yes, into 2 defenders.
All right, Ryan, 40-36 right now. Bill Crothers is leading the way. We've got 15 minutes of halftime. What are you liking so far about Bill Crothers, and why are they getting this win over the defending championships so far in this game?
Well, the big reason they're leading right now, once again, comes back to the same thing we've been talking about all the first half, is that their offense has just been running a lot more smoothly. And to be perfectly honest, outside of O'Shea Brissett, who had that monster start to the second quarter, I think he was responsible for about 12 or 14 of Athlete Institute's 15 points in that run to get them back in this game. They would be down by considerably more right now if it wasn't for that. And I think really what Athlete Institute, you know, you're kind of getting caught now in between two worlds. Do you want to keep feeding the hot hand on O'Shea Brissett, let him get to the line? Or do you want to really establish your offense in this game? And I think right now, if you want to win this game, you've got to try and feed O'Shea as many times as you can, but at the same time, seeing the distributor and facilitator that he is, if you see Bill Crothers now starting to completely commit towards defending him above everybody else, that's when you start getting your shooters open for the threes. And I think that's the most important thing that you have to do right now. You create a teamwork, you create team chemistry, or you create that flow, that offensive flow, by feeding the hot hand. And I think that's something that they're going to need to definitely work on in the second half if they're going to have a hope of winning.
Now, Ryan, if I was to make a theme for this game so far, a hashtag that I think would be trending right now, it would be foul shots. It would be fouls and foul shots.
They're keeping AI in this game.
Absolutely. And is that what we're going to see for the rest of this second half? Or do you think these teams are going to smarten up, realize that they can't just shoot foul shots every time? Or is it a strategy?
Well, it's going to be very interesting to see who's going to make the better adjustments, because right now it has been a pretty even game. Both teams have had their runs. But once again, the composure edge is going clearly to Bill Crothers at this point, because any time that AI has made a push, Bill Crothers has had a three or a foul and one to respond to it. And I think there was a play we saw earlier here with Shand on the floor that was a perfect embodiment of that, where he sat. He was there. He almost got called for the 5 seconds, but he's holding the ball for 4 seconds. He's sitting there waiting for his teammates to get themselves open and develop.
Looking for his best option.
Looking for his best option, not panicking. Finds his guy. Once he finds his guy on the wing, that guy is able to get his defender off the ground and just a quick pass inside for the finish. And that's been Bill Crothers all game so far. And if they continue to keep playing like that, they have a very, very good chance of winning this game, especially when I'm seeing a lot of negative body language coming from AI Prep right now. We're seeing a lot of guys looking at each other, complaining to the referees. You know, the whole woe is me kind of mindset is kind of setting into AI Prep right now, and they've got to remedy that immediately or else they're going to fall apart.
Ryan, you talked a lot about the hot hand, obviously O'Shea Brissett being a part of almost every play that is successful with the Athlete Institute. When I look at Bill Crothers, however, there's not one standout for me. I'm looking at Smith, Frazier, Shan, Mayali, Miller, Beckford. There's not one player really. And do you think that's working in Bill Crothers' favor or working just against AI?
I'll take a different angle of this. I think it's because of the fact that they realize they only have 8 guys. They got 3 guys on the bench. Everyone's going to get their touches. I think everyone's just a lot more relaxed going, hey, there's only 8 of us here. We're going up against the defending champs. I don't think anyone's expecting us to do a lot in this game, so let's just play free. Let's just play our game. Let's keep involving each other. And because guys know they're going to be right back into the game, they're completely engaged coming off the bench. And I think that's been a huge factor, because you see it all the time. You know, you've played enough basketball in your life, and I have as well, where if you have a team that's very short on the bench, everyone knows they're getting their time. So you're almost even more excited than you normally would be, because you're like, yes, I might have a chance at a 25-point night tonight, and I'm not even starting.
That is a really good way to look at it, and I'm going to flip it, however, on the negative end. Are these guys going to tire out before AI tires out?
Oh, well, logic would say yes, and especially if you have O'Shea Brissett continuing to get to the line the way that he has. Like we said earlier, the war of attrition, AI Prep will definitely win that battle. But if Bill Crothers can continue to keep moving the ball and just at least contain Brissett, and if AI Prep decides not to use Brissett as often as they probably should right now because nobody else is getting a lot going offensively, then I think that could be the outcome of this game. It could go either way, Kelsey. It'll be interesting to see.
Another point just to that about kind of fatigue. The good thing about this game, as fast as it is and as much effort as these guys are expending, they're getting a break almost every play with the foul shots.
Very true.
So the Bill Crothers athletes who only have 8 guys deep on their bench haven't expended as much energy as they would have in a regular track and field game.
Yes.
No, I mean it though, because they've had so much time to sit and wait for the foul shots as opposed to just straight running for the last 20 minutes.
Absolutely. And it's like we said, it's going to be very interesting to see how the second half plays out.
All right, guys, we are 10 minutes away now from the start of the second half here at Athlete Institute. You're watching AI Prep take on Bill Crothers. secondary school. The Colts are leading the way right now, 42-36, and we'll be back in just a few minutes.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry. Sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Welcome back to OSBA TV. I am Kelsey Wright, bringing you play-by-play for the rest of this game. I am joined by the wonderful and talented Ryan Greco, who's going to bring you color.
You are too kind, Kelsey. Too kind.
We are 40 seconds away from the beginning of the second half right now. Bill Crothers Colts are leading the way over Athlete Institute Bears, 40-36, Ryan. Not exactly what we expected, but it's clear that Bill Crothers is playing harder, and they deserve the lead that they have so far.
Absolutely. Once again, just to reiterate what we were talking about just a few minutes ago, Bill Crothers is definitely running their offense a lot better. AI Prep, O'Shea Brissett has been the story right now. He is the reason that AI Prep is still in this game right now. A lot of miscommunications on defense and offense for AI Prep, but they've still put themselves in a position where they still have a very real chance of winning this game. Bill Crothers, though, a lot of great composure, handled the best punches that were thrown at them in that first half. We'll see if the necessary adjustments by AI Prep is going to put them over the top.
Speaking of O'Shea Brissett, he is back on the floor now. Joining him is Javon Blair, Jordan Lyons, Ben Hendricks, and Howard Washington. For the Colts, number 21, Frazier, Mayali, Miller, Koch, and Shand start this first half. Blair looks to turn the corner. He passes it to O'Shea. O'Shea Brissett comes off the screen, gets it over to Howard Washington, who comes off another screen from Ben Hendricks, swings it all the way over through Brissett to Lyons. Lyons back over to Washington. Washington off the screen. It's going to be an offensive foul, Ben Hendricks. And now, Ryan, just hearing myself talk about this is the most ball movement that AI has had so far this game.
Absolutely, and unfortunately, though, they still settled for a long jump shot. I think they're still just trying to figure out who's doing what roles are on the team. And that will come with time, but right now, Bill Crothers not having the same issue.
Miller finds an open Shand. Shand gets it out to Koch. Back over to Miller now. Hands it off to Frazier. Frazier with a wide open left-hand layup. Really feeds Miller there.
And that's what happens when you switch off enough guys enough times. You're going to finally find somebody who's a step off. And that time, unfortunately, the odd man out was Javon Blair. His man gets the bucket.
Howard Washington over to Brissett. Brissett quickly moves it over to Blair. Javon Blair puts it up. That one's no good. Mayali comes down with that rebound. He's going a million miles a minute. Bodies Brissett there to get that left-handed layup clean in.
I think Mayali learned from the first time he went up against Brissett that he's going to look for the physical contact. He was able to take the contact that time and finish, but there's Brissett with the response right away. Hits the three, and AI Prep is still down by just 5. Bill Crothers.
Frazier over to Koch. Koch swings it over to Miller. Miller hands that right back off to Frazier. Frazier goes up for that jumper. That one doesn't fall.
Once again, there's Miller right in the thick of it all. Over 3 great bodies.
Javon Blair gets it out to Washington. Washington chucks it up from beyond the 3. That one's no good. Lyons down with it. Can't get that putback to go. Brissett a little bit too athletic for his own good there. Knocks it out of bounds. It's going to be Colts ball.
And if you look on the replay there, unfortunately, Blair dishing it out. Washington not able to convert. And that's it right now. AI Prep just not able to convert under the rim at this moment. Bill Crothers defending as well as you could hope for.
Mayali's going to bring the ball up for the Colts now. It looks like the referee is just a little bit of confusion, at the scorer's table. Looks like they had the possession arrow facing the wrong way. Mayali now dribbles up, hands it off to Miller. Miller comes off a screen of Shand, gets it over to Frazier. Frazier back to Miller. Miller sweeps, another floater. That one doesn't fall. Blair against Frazier. Gets it up to O'Shea for the slam.
Great pass there by Javon Blair, noticing his man coming in.
No seconds lost there. They did not wait to see Brissett land there. They took the ball, went a million miles a minute down the other way, and that's going to be a foul. And one of the Bill Crothers players is going to go to the line now just because they were smart, got the ball off quick, and got it right back up. I think that's going to be Jaden Koch at the line.
That was one of those, we talked about it in the first half, that wasn't exactly Bill Crothers' strong suit. playing the fast break right now, trying to run with AI Prep. But right there, that was a perfect moment to do it. AI Prep slowing down just a little bit, kind of giving themselves a quick pat on the back for putting down that alley-oop. But unfortunately, Bill Crothers was able to catch them on their heels and was able to finish. Now they're going to the line for it. Once again, that word composure. Short memory after the alley-oop goes right down the end of the other basket.
Absolutely, Jaden Koch sinks that shot. Makes it a 5-point lead now, 46-41. 7 minutes, 40 seconds left in this third quarter. Blair passes it off to Plummer. Plummer looks to turn the corner, can't. Gets it right back out to Lyons, who passes it off once again to Blair. Blair for the long two, that one's no good. Gets his own rebound, however, though. It's gonna be an offensive foul on Javon Blair.
Great decision there by Shan. Keeps his legs set, takes the contact, falls to the ground. Not so great boxing out by Frazier, though, allowing Javon Blair to easily get the offensive board.
A wide open Jaden Cook. That one's good for three.
Jaden Cook, he's been feeling it behind the arc all game. Now increasing Bill Crothers' lead.
O'Shea Brissett with a beautiful spin move, pulls up right on the way down, gets it over to Lyons. Lyons out to Plummer. Plummer barely gets it to Ben Hendricks. O'Shea Brissett puts up that three for the answer. No good, but it's picked up by Hendricks. Also no good, and that's going to go right off the fingertips of Mayali. It's going to be AI ball.
Fortunately, that was Jordan Lyon there that wasn't able to convert on that three-point shot. But once again, Hendricks, he's had his hands full down there this entire game, and just red shirts smothering him at every possible opportunity they can get.
Brissett pulls up from beyond the arc. No good. Ben Hendricks tries to get a piece of that, but it's brought down by Frazier. They get it up to Jaden Koch. Jaden Koch loses it in the air. Great defense by AI Prep. Didn't stay with it, though. Brissett able to save it on the end line, gets it over to Blair. Blair weaving through all the defenders, puts it up. That one's no good. It's brought down by Stephen Smith.
Javon Blair, head coach Chris Kobina for AI Prep looking for the call there. Javon Blair, as we're looking at the replay here, tried to put it off there with his left hand. Thinks he got fouled.
Colts ball now. Bringing it up for Bill Crothers. Gets it over with a quick pass to Frazier. That one's no good, however.
Hendricks with the rebound.
Plummer goes coast to coast, puts it up. There's going to be a foul, and it looks like the whole team is looking for
They're looking for a goaltending.
I think it was under the basket at that point. He's going to go for 2 points. Let us look at the replay here. It was definitely on the way up. No goaltending call there, but Tyler Plummer will have the chance to go to the line for those two shots. 49-41 right now. He has the opportunity to bring it to a 6-point deficit. We said this before and we'll say it again, Ryan. They're going to live and die by the foul shots. Both of these teams are going to the foul line so often. It's really going to be who's going to be more disciplined and who's going to make more foul shots.
Absolutely. Right now, it's working in Bill Crothers' favor.
Scandria making his way back on for Bill Crothers.
Just a scoring note, it is actually 50-41 right now. The scores table had put it on to 42.
No one's noticing, I guess, so far, but keep that in mind when the next score, O'Shea Brissett goes coast to coast.
Oh, wait, sorry. Nope. No, they're right. It is 49-42.
Jaden Koch can't get that one to go. Tyler Plummer comes up with the rebound, gets it over to Lyons. Lyons puts it up. That one's no good. Bill Hendricks with the slam to clean it up.
Hendricks, great cleanup there. One of the few times Bill Crothers was caught ball watching, not watching their man on the offensive board.
Stephen Smith gets that foul call. It's just going to be possession, so he's going to get the ball on the sideline. Now, Ryan, right before we went on the break, we kind of talked about the 8-man game that Bill Crothers is playing. They don't have a deep bench, and this is getting to the point where this is kind of like the track and field basketball rather than the stoppage of play every single time like it was in the first half.
Absolutely.
How tired are they going to get?
Oh, they're going to get real tired if they don't find a way to kind of slow down their offense again. But Athlete Institute recognizing that, and every single time they get the ball, they're going out and they're running. They're finding that they were finding success in their offense by constantly attacking the rim in basically a 7 seconds or less style of offense right now that we're seeing from AI Prep. And Bill Crothers, I mean, once the other team has the ball, you're kind of almost at the mercy of their tempo unless you want to even ramp up the tempo even more, but that's not something that the Colts necessarily want to do right now.
The Colts are in bonus, however, so Athlete Institute has to be pretty careful for the rest of the quarter with the fouls that they're giving Stephen Smith at the line for 2 right now, and those are bonus shots because he was not in the act of shooting prior to this. So they got 5 minutes where every time they drive, they have that opportunity to go to the line every single time.
Absolutely. And once again, to your point you were saying earlier, as O'Shea Brissett gets the rebound. We'll get to that in a minute, actually.
Javon Blair goes up. He's going to go to the line for 3 shots. Jaden Koch really not happy with that call. He's even asking the fans, hey, did you guys see that? But nonetheless, Blair is going to go to the line. He's got 3 shots, and now Koch and Blair are actually having words together. O'Shea Brissett trying to stop that situation, walks between them.
It's looking like right now he did undercut him a little bit.
Now it's Brissett and Shand talking to each other, really getting rivals started early in the season.
Very much so. These are 2 teams I'm sure they're not too fond of each other, and it's becoming very obvious right now.
5-point game. Now it's just a 2-possession game. Blair has the opportunity to make it just a 1-possession game if he makes these next 2 shots. I didn't mean to jinx it. Unfortunately, I did. So 50-45 right now, 5:08 on the clock. He makes that second one. It is a 4-point game.
Once again, AI Prep hanging around this game. Bill Crothers just can't create enough distance right now ever since that first quarter.
Stephen Smith drives with the under. That one's no good. Slippery fingers down there for the Bill Crothers players. O'Shea Brissett gets a hold of it. He goes all the way. There's going to be a foul call, and Brissett's going to go to the line for 2.
Definitely, and that's going to be Brissett's motto this entire game. I think he's realized that they can't physically stop him, so he's just going to keep attacking the rim every chance that he gets, earn it at the line. And it's been working for AI Prep ever since they've started really committing to that attack the rim at all times kind of mentality. They've managed to keep themselves within striking distance this entire game.
That one's good for Brissett.
That's the other thing you have to keep in mind. It only works if you have good foul shooters, but AI Prep has plenty of those.
Brissett nails the second. It's a 2-point game now, just under 5 minutes to go left in this quarter. Stephen Smith bringing it up for the Colts. He's going to come off a screen from Miller.
This is going to be a big possession here for Bill Crothers.
Turns the corner, puts it right into the hands of Athlete Institute. Giovanni Scott now bringing it up. It gets knocked right out of Scott's hands, though, however, by Stephen Smith.
A great pass there. We got a little bit of everything here.
Jaden Koch goes up, and it's going to be an and 1. That basket goes in. He's also going to go to the line for 1 more shot.
That's what it goes again. Once again, being patient, letting his defender blow by him. Giovanni Scott, unfortunately, was caught in the air, tried to stop Koch as he was going up.
He wanted that block for sure.
Yeah, he definitely wanted the block. But
it's another thing, discipline. That's what you're talking about this Bill Crothers team. They had the discipline to pump fake, stay on the ground, and then go up.
Absolutely. AI Prep right now, just the wild men of this game right now. And there's Howard Washington.
Finds a wide open lane right down the middle. He's fouled by a whole bunch of guys, but he's going to go to the line for 2. These guys are really talking to each other now at every stoppage of play. This is going to be a rival, I guarantee, for the rest of the season, Ryan.
Absolutely. We'll see that right now. But once again, that's that physical play when you have this many foul shots. Guys are getting especially a little bit irritated as well when there's so many stops in the play. There's time to stop and think about it. There's time to talk about it. There's time to, stare your opponent down. if there's so much dead time in between the game itself. And that's usually where you see a lot of these kind of moments happen. Washington getting right in Smith's face there. Now Smith with the ball.
He passes it off to Miller. Miller gets it to Koch. Koch looking to pass it off to Mayali, but he's not open. Gets it back to Smith. Over to Miller. Miller looking to take on Tyler Plummer. He gets it right back to Smith. Smith with the three, nothing but net.
What a shot there by Smith. And Smith, he's confident in that shot. He's made a few of them in this game. Expect a few more before it's over. Great defense there, the long arms.
Jaden Koch with the steal. He's going to look to go coast to coast. Gets it out. Steckendra. That one's another.
The big man hits another one.
Net.
He's now 2 for 2 behind the arc. And it's a 6-point swing, 58-50 for Bill Crothers.
Javon Blair now pulling it back, looking to set something up with this AI team. He comes off a screen, pulls up for the three. No answer though, no one is calling. Stephen Smith comes back the other way, finds a wide open Jaden Cook for a slam.
What a finish there once again. AI Prep caught sleeping on the inside, open man, cutting to the basket. Just great basketball there.
Tyler Plummer looking to turn the corner, gets it out to O'Shea Brissett, who kind of just bounces it a bit too hard, loses the ball, it's out of bounds. It's gonna be Colt's ball on the baseline.
There's an 8-0 run right now for Bill Crothers.
Looks like there's an injury here with Miller. It looks like he can't move his foot is what it looks like.
That doesn't look good.
Miller, it looks like he can't put any pressure onto that foot. He's gonna be pulled off, and medical attention will be paid to him. It's a big player to lose, Ryan.
Oh, absolutely. Miller has been such an important factor on this team. Didn't get an opportunity to see in the replay there what happened to him, unfortunately.
He's still really not putting any pressure onto it. It looks like.
Well, if he can bend it, then that means it's not his knee. It's probably his ankle. I think he just rolled his ankle really badly. Or a cramp, actually. It could even be that. A cramp in his calf.
Timeout called on the floor. However, 2 minutes, 51 seconds left to go in this third period. It is a 10-point game, Ryan. We have seen the lead go up and down, but this is a rather substantial lead with only less than 3 minutes left to go in this quarter.
Absolutely, and I mean, it's not exactly like the big swings that we were seeing with Thornley and Orangeville Prep. These are two very different teams, and we're seeing a very different officiated style of game, I guess you could say. The whistle has been in the refs' mouths for the entire game, and because of that, though, AI Prep using that to their advantage, while Bill Crothers just having a better understanding of each other by the looks of it. Playing fantastic team basketball right now, finding open guys, getting open looks, and because of that, they have a 10-point lead that they very much deserve.
Skandria!
Once again.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Mayali.
That's Mayali.
Mayali.
Even less surprising, Mayali. Getting hot from beyond the three could be very, very deadly in this game. Can Howard answer it? Washington, no good. That's going to be a foul on Brissett on the rebound.
Something to note, Kelsey, that's the second time now when Bill Crothers has hit a three. AI Prep, whoever's bringing the ball up, first it was Javon Blair, now it's Howard Washington. They're electing to just kind of walk up and take the shot. Now, that's not necessarily a bad shot by Howard Washington because no one was guarding him.
He was wide open.
He was wide open.
You got to keep the defenders honest.
Exactly, but at the same time, you can imagine if he doesn't make that shot, how deflating that is for his teammates because there's no movement of the ball. No one's really getting involved. It's really just kind of coming down to whoever brings the ball up is trying to do things by themselves, and that's been a running story in this entire game for AI Prep. You know, even when they had success with it with O'Shea Brissett, who hasn't really gotten much going in this half so far. It'll be interesting to see if they can get him the ball and possibly go on another run.
Koch sinks the foul shot. It's a 15-point lead now, Ryan. Just under 2.5 minutes left to go in this third quarter. Tyler Plummer now bringing up the ball, looking to get something started for this AI team. He drives left, again by himself. He's going to be called for the travel.
Absolutely.
Brian, that's the kind of basketball that we've been seeing this entire game. I mean, he did look for the pass first, but he decided to take it all by himself with 3 defenders on him.
Absolutely, and you look at we're watching the replay right now, guys are just not moving quickly enough. Guys are not getting by their screens, they're not getting by their man quickly enough. There's almost no energy on the offensive end from AI Prep right now, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Cope gets it into Shand. It's knocked away by AI, but that's going to go back to the red team on the baseline.
Bill Crothers, though, when you see them, they're making the smart cuts. They're not constantly just running around in a circle, so to speak, but that, it'll be interesting to see now.
Mayali gets Plummer up in the air. Now Shand underneath. He's going to be called, not called for the foul. He's going to get a foul, though, however, and he's going to go to the line for 2. Anybody who's watching, just an update on Miller. He is walking out of bounds behind the bench now, putting pressure on it, stretching his leg. Therapist has gone to see him, so maybe you were right about a cramp or something like that, but he does look healthier.
He looks healthier, yes.
Yeah.
Will he get back into the game? It'll be very interesting to see. He hasn't put on his joggers just yet. But another note as Shan sinks the first basket, 16-point lead for Bill Crothers. I believe this is their biggest lead of the game.
Make that 17, Ryan.
And much needed substitution here for AI Prep. Once again, now we'll see if they can somehow get some sort of offensive cohesiveness going on right now.
Mason Foreman, the Winnipeg native, coming into the game for the first time this half. He takes out Giovanni Scott. Tyler Plummer now with the ball on the wing. Drives right, finds the open lane, and slams it home.
What a finish. What a finish there by... Great finish there.
Stephen Smith comes off a screen from Shand. Finds a wide open Coke. Can he sink it? That one's no good. Nothing but backboard there, but Mayali gets that rebound. It shouldn't be a reset of shot clock. I don't think that touched the rim, but they got 10 seconds on the shot clock now.
They've got something to do with it.
Shand finds Mayali. Mayali can't make that one go, however, and that's going to be pulled up by nobody right now. Everybody's on the floor fighting for it. Mayali finally comes out with that one.
Lost his dribble, though.
14 seconds on the shot clock now. Stephen Smith drives. Floater, no good.
Just not enough spin on the ball there, unfortunately.
That's going to be a foul on O'Shea Brissett. I think that was just 2 bodies going together, and I think Brissett was just the bigger and stronger of that body, but he's going to be called for the foul, and that's going to go to Colt's ball. Oh, they're in bonus. We talked about that earlier. Sorry. So they're in bonus now, so although that wasn't a shooting foul, Shand is going to go to the line.
Definitely.
Looks like Ben Hendricks is going to make his way back into the game. He's going to take out O'Shea Brissett. Smart move by the coach. You don't want to get Brissett any more fouls when you still have a whole another 10 minutes in that 4th quarter to play.
Once again, though, I mean, can't speak enough about it right now. Just looks like a lot of frustrated faces on AI Prep. And it's interesting to note, though, Kelsey, that, this has been their mentality this entire game. And, when you play basketball angry, it has its downsides because obviously you're just not thinking as clearly. And we're seeing a lot of guys trying to do it by themselves. And I know we've been talking about that at length during this game, but it's only because, we know how talented these players are. And
Javon Blair finds Ben Hendricks underneath. Ben doesn't jump quite high enough. He's blocked by Scandria. Scandria shucks it up from the 3. That one's no good, however, and it's going to be knocked out. It's going to be AI ball.
And now a point to this, though. Blair, he was able to pass the ball in. Just because it doesn't work this time doesn't mean you should stop trying to pass the ball. And that's one thing that will be interesting to see, if they can continue to keep trying to move the ball around and have faith in their own offense instead of trying to do it themselves.
Tyler Plummer finds Washington. Washington back to Plummer. Plummer, spin move. It's good on the right-hand side.
And Plummer again. Now that's 2 straight great finishes by Plummer. And will he be the one, with 8 seconds to go? No, Bill Crothers, I don't know if they know how much time's left. I don't know if they know how much time's left.
Stephen Smith gets his defenders in the air. No shot, however. Ryan, moving on to this final quarter, 68-54. Athlete Institute has not had the lead yet so far in this game.
No, they haven't, and to be honest, they don't necessarily deserve it right now, considering how well Bill Crothers has played as a team. Once again, AI prep. One thing above all else, though, that they're definitely going to have to look through in this final quarter. They're still, and you know what, here's the crazy thing about it, Kelsey. Aside from all the issues, this is still a very winnable game. 14 points, that's one good run. One good run, and it's a tie game.
They have 10 minutes. These are very, very long quarters. So 10 minutes, 14 points is nothing.
It can mean it can mean an eternity, basically, especially at the pace. But once again, we're not seeing as many whistles in this second half as we did in the first. And once again, it's going to be absolutely imperative that AI start trusting each other on the offensive end, because defensively they're doing okay. This isn't really a bad thing. Bill Crothers is just running their offense extremely well, getting open looks. But whenever Bill Crothers slips up even just a little bit, AI is able to get those turnovers. They're able to get themselves back onto the offensive end. But it's just a matter of converting now.
Ryan, if you are Chris Cabina, head coach of the Athlete Institute Bears right now, what are you drawing up for this team to try and get them to pull together?
Just constant movement towards the basket. I think they just need to continue to keep crashing. Let their guards be guards. If you have the open shot, take it. But at the same time, always be dribbling with your head up. It's a cliche saying, but it's so important, especially in games like this where you're not playing to the best of your abilities. And you need to be able to start trusting your teammates a little bit more consistently. And I think that'd be the one thing I'd be preaching more than anything is trust the process, trust the chemistry, trust each other, and the rest of it will come into place. And above all else, you have to be able to work hard on the offensive end as well. Defensively, like I said, they're doing it well defensively. The effort has been there, save a couple of mental lapses where guys have been left wide open. But I'm not seeing a lot of guys moving as quickly as they can around picks, cutting into the lane as quickly as they can, being as physically tough as they possibly can be in the paint going after rebounds. We're seeing a lot of that on guys who have the basketball, but we're not seeing a lot of that from their teammates trying to get themselves open. And that speaks to trust and trusting that your teammate will find you if you get open, if you work hard to stay open and get a shot off.
Stephen Smith trying to keep that momentum going for this Bill Crothers team. He gets it over to Scandria and then back in. It's a whole lot of ball movement now. Scandria puts it up for the jumpy. That one's good for 2 points.
What a clean shot there that
Make
was.
that a 16-point game now, Ryan.
Oh, my goodness. What a clean shot. And once again, Bill Crothers, just faith in the offense. Guys not panicking, taking their time, waiting for the play to develop. And when you do that, you have more confidence in your shot, and you can make tough shots like Scandria just did there.
Javad Blair for the three. That's a big three for this team, Ryan.
Absolutely, very necessary. And no, those are the shots you have to make. If you're open, make the shot. There's Scandria again.
Scandria looking for the answer. Can't pick up the phone, however, and that's going to be Shand going to the line for 2 shots.
Something that people don't always recognize, Scandria, when he took that shot, so important to set your feet on those because he's a set shooter. He was a little bit off there, but once again now and then another great effort down low from Shand. And Shand, he's been a problem down low during this game.
He's a big guy.
He is. I don't think the view from up here does it any justice.
He's a big, strong guy, and he's very, very physical in the paint.
Absolutely. That's why he's getting the calls of going up for shots because he's strong enough to get up there, get the ball up there despite being smothered by about 3 different gray jerseys.
Shand nails the foul shot. Brings that to a 14-point game. Just over 9 minutes left to go in this game. Howard Washington now has the ball. Comes off a screen from Foreman. Over to Plummer, almost out of bounds there. Plummer saves it. He drives middle, looks to Eurostep. He's going to be called with the traveling violation.
Definitely looked like a travel there, as unfortunately, when you add in the fact as well, once again, we're seeing hesitation from the point guards, both Howard Washington and Javon Blair. We've been seeing it all game where there's just that slight second of hesitation when you have a player that's open. and then they're not open once you deliver them the ball because of your hesitation. They have to try and cut that out. Hopefully they notice that on the game film when they're watching this game later.
Scandria with another three. That one deep. The big man chucking it up from beyond the arc, and it's going.
Bill Crothers is just way more comfortable right now offensively. And it's translating on the defensive end as well. They know all they have to do right now is just lock down one player at a time because AI is simply not moving the ball enough.
Well said, Ryan. And speaking of AI, Jordan Lyons is going to go to the line here. And I think O'Shea Brissett is coming into the game again. Still has to be careful with his fouls, but he's going to take off Javon Blair. It looks like the referee has teed up the coach of Bill Crothers. So AI is going to get one shot. Bill Crothers' coach is going to be assessed a technical foul.
I didn't even see what happened there. What was going on?
I think he was just continuously yelling or talking to the refs. I'm not sure. I wasn't paying attention, but it looks like that's what it was from his positioning.
Yeah, so all the action was going on the other end where they're trying to figure out who's coming on and who's coming off because Javon Blair thought he was still on. And head coach Colbert had to escort him off the courts.
Jordan Lyons makes both shots.
Very interesting lineup here now. We have Brissett, we have Lyons, we have Howard Washington.
And Mason Foreman.
Mason Foreman as well.
Here's the shot for the technical foul. That one's good. So that's 3 points. That was the initial foul on Jordan Lyons. And then the technical foul shot by Howard Washington. That's 3 points. That's a big swing.
Absolutely. And I think one thing you have here now is you've got, the one thing I like about this lineup here for AI is that there's now the one undisputed ball handler bringing the ball up the floor now in Howard Washington.
Brissett, fade away. That one doesn't fall. It's picked up by Jordan Lyons, though, and that's going to be a foul call against the Colts. It's going to be AI ball on the baseline.
Yes, it is. That was a good idea there, O'Shea Brissett. Unfortunately, not the kind of shot I would have went for in his situation.
Not with that much time on the shot clock.
No, definitely not. Especially when you can get fouled. He's been going to the line at will all game.
Plummer. Oh, it's so close on the left-hand side. That one rimmed out, but it's picked up by Stephen Smith. Smith coming back the other way now for Bill Crothers. He's going to pull it back. 18 seconds on the shot. Looks to set something up. Gets it over to Scandria, who's been the hot hand. That one doesn't fall. O'Shea Brissett now on the other end. Looks to go all the way. That's going to be a foul call. He's going to go to the line for two.
You can almost telegraph it. You could have put that one money in the bank right there.
That he was going all the way?
He was definitely going all the way. He saw he only had one man to beat. He knew it was either going to be a bucket or a trip to the line or both.
Unfortunately for him, didn't get that bucket, but he will go to the line for two shots, able to bring it up to only a 12-point lead. And I like, if I'm a Bear right now, I like the sound of 12 more than 14.
Absolutely.
Get it out of that team.
Of course. One thing, though, they definitely need to start being able to mark their guys a little bit more consistently as Brissett there missing his first free throw. That's crucial right now. They need every free shot they can get. But if they're not doing things like watching Scandria taking wide open threes, this game may as well already be over. Absolutely necessary that they start covering those corners because Bill Crothers has been feasting.
Especially that Mayali just subbed back on. Another hot hand.
Definitely.
So now they have Mayali and they have Scandria on the court. Two crazy shooters.
Yep.
Frazier kicks it out to Mayali. Mayali finds Koch wide open underneath, but he can't convert. Brissett comes down with that rebound.
A rare miss under the rim for Koch there.
Washington goes all the way. That one's good on the right-hand side.
Great finish there. I think everyone was expecting the pass. Washington brought it down and then right back up for a quick layup. Great offensive talent there shown by Washington.
Mayali over to Koch. Koch finds Frazier. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Frazier over to Scandria. Scandria drives. Finds Frazier once again. 1 second on the shot clock. It's going to be a shot clock violation.
It's a shot clock violation, definitely.
I don't think the ref saw it, though, and I think they're going to count that basket. We're going to give the refs a few seconds here to discuss it with each other, talk to the table, and see what is going on. We will be right back. Oh, there we go. So they did call a shot clock violation. That basket will not count. I think when they talked to the scores table said, yeah, the buzzer did go off before they got it off.
There was no doubt about it whatsoever.
Absolutely not.
You could hear the buzzer going as he was still
dribbling.
He was still dribbling.
Yeah.
So luckily the right call is made. And I don't think the coaches and Bill Crothers really have a reason to complain about that, because to be perfectly honest, they either would have gotten away with it or they didn't, and they didn't. So just let it go. Yeah, play on.
Howard Washington now passes it up to Plummer. Plummer looking to take on the big man. Passes it, and it looks like Lyons just wasn't ready for that pass. And now Koch is going all the way. Koch is going to be charged with the offensive foul. Great defense by Brissett.
Great job there. Quick note on Lyons, I mean, he had his hands up and he still wore one off the face. I mean, I've never seen a player with his hands up not ready for the ball like that. I mean, And I think, but you know what though? That is definitely a microcosm of this team's offense right now though, because guys, they're showing the hands, but they're not even expecting their teammates to pass it. It's just a kind of a natural reaction, so to speak, to have your hands up when they're cutting into the basket, but it always seems like they're opting to try and go for the shot every single time.
6.5 minutes left in this game. Howard Washington looking to start something up with this AI team, get that momentum to keep going. Tyler Plummer drives baseline, can't find it, gets it out to Blair. Blair launches the three, that's a big one!
Blair now cutting it to 8. We'll see if AI Prep now, though, can play some defense, covering their men.
Frazier gets it to Shand. Shand is going to be called with a traveling violation.
Oh, it's unfortunate.
All right, Miller is back on the floor for the first time since he hurt his leg, the bottom part of his leg. We're still not exactly sure what had happened there, but he's back on the court, totally healthy, and he's a game changer, Ryan.
Absolutely. We'll see if he can put it together now. Help close out this game for Bill Crothers, who might have a chance to steal one here in Orangeville.
Blair drives right. That one's no good. That's going to be out of bounds on Bill Crothers. It's going to be AI ball on the baseline.
This is going to be a very interesting test for Bill Crothers right now. Nothing's going their way. No calls, no baskets, nothing of the sort. We'll see if they're able to still hold on here defensively and possibly cause a turnover.
Or keep their composure that they've been so great at keeping this entire game.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a foul call on Miller. That is a big play by Tyler Plummer.
Great finish there by Plummer. Just gets the inside track on Miller. Miller caught jumping. Sometimes you have to wonder, Kelsey, when you spend so much time on the bench, when you're so used to being in the game, sometimes you can have quick mental lapses. You want to make a big play to make a big splash to get yourself right back into this game. But unfortunately there, Miller was caught in the air, and unfortunately Plummer took full advantage.
He definitely wanted that block, but Tyler Plummer, learning a little something from his opponents, grabbed that composure a little bit, pump faked, got him up in the air, got the foul, and got the basket to drop. 74 now, 68, Ryan. This is the closest it's been this quarter.
Yes, it has, and it's looking to finish up to be a very quick game now. I don't see AI Prep I don't see Bill Crothers really pulling away the rest of this game. It's going to be a close one, whether they do or not. If they continue to find their spacing, however, once again, Bill Crothers has shown that they can score a bunch in a hurry, and they've came out of these timeouts playing extremely well this entire game. They've always had a set plan. Guys have found open shots, and most importantly, they've knocked them down, and that's something that AI Prep hasn't been consistent at in this game so far.
One thing that is definitely underrated and under-talked about, though, is momentum. For most of this game, Bill Crothers has had the momentum.
Yes.
The momentum police have shown up. AI has stolen that momentum from this Bill Crothers team. They definitely have that right now.
Absolutely.
And that is such an underrated thing that you can just feel when you're playing. And I think that's showing in this last play by Tyler Plummer.
They definitely are. But once again, what we've seen with Bill Crothers is anytime AI Prep seems to have been getting some momentum, they've responded in kind with a beautiful play after a beautiful play, or just something bouncing their way. So we'll see if it happens one more time.
Still almost 6 minutes left to go in this game. That is so much time when you think about it, Ryan.
Oh, absolutely.
Tyler Plummer nails that three. It is a 5-point game here at Athlete Institute in Orangeville.
Once again, another stop and play here.
Score table is just working some kinks out as well. First game, I guess second game of the season, first night of the season, however. Looks like the referee is talking it over with the scorekeepers, seeing what is up. Looks like all is good. It's going to be 5:48 on the clock. It's going to be Bill Crothers' ball.
Absolutely. Everyone's in early season form right now, including all of us here in production and, and officials.
Stephen Smith passes it to Miller. Miller finds Koch. Koch, this would be a big three if it drops, no good. Miller cleans it up underneath.
And there's that finish again. Guys caught watching the ball instead of boxing out their man, and they paid for it.
Plummer finds O'Shea Brissett, but it's knocked away. Stephen Smith comes down with that one.
Once again, another difficult pass inside. Bill Crothers takes advantage, knocks the ball loose. See if they can extend the lead now.
Smith drives, gets it out to Frazier. Frazier can't make that one fall. But Tyler Plummer, that's an important rebound.
Absolutely. It looked like it was just about to be another opportunity for Bill Crothers to extend the lead, but Tyler Plummer says no thank you.
Huge, huge slam by Jordan Lyons.
And it's amazing when the defense works that well and when it works for the offense as well. Great little finish there by Washington. Nice little nifty pass. Lyons flushing it down for two.
4.5 minutes on the clock left in this game. Stephen Smith, that's a big steal from O'Shea Brissett with an even bigger slam.
Brissett looking like he almost hit his head on the rim there. He was staring right at the rim when he finished that one. What a finish. It is now a 3-point game.
Frazier passes it off to Stephen Smith. That one's no good. It's blocked by Howard Washington. Now Tyler Plummer is bringing it up for this AI team. Comes off a screen from Brissett. Passes it off to Lyons. Lyons finds Howard Washington for three. 76, 76, Ryan. That is exactly what momentum can do for your game.
Absolutely. And once again, now it's Bill Crothers that was caught watching, giving open looks up to AI Prep, and now we have a tie game. No lead is safe here in this building. I think we've both learned that in our times with both the NBL and now here in the OSBA. Anything can happen. Bill Crothers, a 16-point lead, just evaporated.
17 at one point.
Yeah, I believe, yeah, they were up by as many as 17. Bill
Tie
Crothers.
game now, 0-0, Ryan.
Yes,
3 minutes, 51 seconds left to go in this game. The momentum, if you've been watching, is definitely in the hands of Athlete Institute. However, if you've been paying attention, Bill Crothers is so great at composing themselves, not letting things bother them, brushing stuff off their shoulders. This is going to be a great 4 minutes of basketball.
Absolutely, and the only difference now, though, unfortunately, is that they only have 3 minutes, 51 seconds. They've been leading this entire game, and they've taken AI's best swings time after time and have always responded in kind. So we'll see if they can do it one more time here, or will AI Prep finally get over the hump? And will they take a lead and be able to hold on to it and squeeze out a win here?
AI has not led yet in this game. Bill Crothers has had the lead from the very beginning of the game. Now this is, you know, the next basket is going to be a big basket for either team.
Absolutely. Last lead for AI, 1-0. I don't really think you can count that, Kelsey.
Koch over to Stephen Smith, the leader of this team, gets it out to Mayali. Mayali's going to be called with the travel.
That's a travel. That's definitely a travel. AI Prep now. That can take the air out of your tires.
Howard Washington over to Tyler Plummer. This is going to be a big possession for the AI team. Plummer right into the hands of Stephen Smith.
Smith there, a timely thing, but he's close to getting trapped there. Mayali almost traveled again there.
Gets it to Mayali. Might not be the best person to have dribbling the ball right now. Koch now brings it out. 10 seconds on the shot clock. He comes off a screen from Shand. He's looking to drive. Gets the ball out to Mayali. That one's no good.
Unfortunately now, Bill Crothers playing a little bit tighter. AI Prep nice and loose. Wide open
Javon
three.
Blair looking to take the lead. That one's no good. Stephen Smith comes down with it. Still 76-76. It is a tie game. Less than 3 minutes to go.
Bill Crothers has a chance here now. They have to trust the process, though.
Mayali over to Miller.
They have not faced
Miller.
AI Prep with this energy.
Koch drives. That's an offensive foul. Great defense by O'Shea Brissett.
Fantastic there. He had been stationed in the paint that entire set. And finally, when he saw Koch attacking the rim, it was quick. It was easy.
I think the discussion now is whether or not that basket is going to count. A lot of the time, if the ball is released before the contact happens, the basket will count. However, if the contact happens and then the ball is released, the basket will not count. Bill Crothers' coach not happy about this call that the basket will not count, Ryan.
Absolutely not. And now it's the it's Bill Crothers' coaching staff that is having their turn now to freak out a little bit. It's a close call, Kelsey. It's a very close call.
Blair out to Plummer.
And now the ball movement is happening here.
Plummer finds O'Shea Brissett to take the lead.
And that's the first lead of the game since the very first possession.
Since 1-0. Looks like he's looking for a timeout call. We'll see if the referees let him have this one. They've already stopped the play, so sometimes they'll allow it.
I guess not.
It looks like there wasn't an actual timeout called because both teams are staying inbounds, which means it's actually still, the game is happening right now. I'm not really sure what the exact call is here. It looks like the referees are kind of just letting this happen.
So a very interesting turn of events here. I wish we could give you a better explanation, everyone at home right now. But this is...
Best I got.
Yeah, I think it's a 30-second timeout maybe.
A new player is going to come in for the Colts, number 21, Jacob Frazier.
Right now we're seeing, to your point, Kelsey, we were talking earlier about momentum. Bill Crothers just completely has the life almost looked like it got sucked out of him there for the last couple of possessions. But I think that's also kudos to AI Prep, a team that we've talked about consistently about their athleticism.
Finally stepping up.
They're finally using it on defense here, and it's just became a complete nightmare right now
for this Colts team.
Yeah, for this Colts team as they're trying to get anything going offensively.
Stephen Smith comes off 2 screens. Finds Mayali. Mayali tries to get it into Miller, but it's no good. Finally picked up from Brissett. Gets it over to Javon Blair. He's going to be called for the traveling violation. 1 too many steps.
We'll take a look at that on the replay right now. Just 1 second. See if there was a travel here. 1, 2, yep, 3 steps.
1 too many steps going up for that layup. Great call by the referee.
Yeah, and you keep in mind, he dribbled once from the half court all the way to the rim. There was only 1 dribble. So you knew, not even Thon Maker could get away with that one.
Stephen Smith turns the corner, pulls up. That one's no good. Huge rebound by O'Shea Brissett.
Absolutely, and now Brissett, I can imagine, is going to want to go straight to the rim. He gets the foul on him.
That's going to be a foul call before the shot. I can't tell if they're in bonus yet or not. They are, so it is in bonus, so O'Shea Brissett is going to go to the line for 2 shots, even though he was not in the act of shooting when he was fouled.
Bill Crothers giving up a nearly 20-point lead and are now down by 3.
Every possession for the next minute and 33 seconds is going to count. These foul shots could not be more important for Brissett. As he misses one, it's still a 1-possession game now. That foul shot would have made it a 2-possession game, Ryan.
Absolutely.
Stephen Smith loses his dribble, gets it to Mayali.
We've been seeing that a lot now.
Mayali turns the corner. He goes up and is blocked by O'Shea Brissett. Brissett has turned it on.
Absolutely.
Javon Blair goes up, no good, brought down by Jordan Lyons. They get it out to Howard Washington.
Washington might want to reset now. There you go.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Over to Blair.
Kill off some clock now as much as you can. You have the lead.
Blair drives, and it's going to be a foul call on Miller. Blair to the line for 2.
Blair, a few words for the referee there.
Got the call, though.
He did get the call. Wanting more calls.
Under a minute to go now, 52.7 seconds left in this game. Like I said in the last foul shots, these foul shots are so important, Ryan.
Absolutely.
That one's good.
First one.
Now it's a 4-point game. That is a 2-possession game now for this Bill Crothers to claw their way back.
Bill Crothers definitely going to need a 3 here at this point. Don't expect them to try and go for 2 unless it's wide, wide open.
And this AI team just cannot make those foul shots. Frazier gets it to Mayali. Mayali gets it in, but he's called for the out of bounds. We have the replay here.
I don't know about that one.
It didn't even look like he moved his feet.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. A very, what a turn of events here. You, my goodness.
That's going to be another foul on Miller, and O'Shea Brissett is going to go to the line for 2. I think there's a technical foul thrown around. A double technical foul, it looks like, on both Stephen Curry and Tyler Plummer.
O'Shea Brissett knocking away the hand. We're looking at the replay right now. Something was said. I think both coaches really need to try and get both of their get all their players under control right now. I know it's been a very tense game, a lot of calls going both ways. You just don't want to see tempers get the best of everybody right now. You got 2 very intense, proud coaches, very good coaches at that. And players just as talented, just as intense. And what a treat! I think the real winners here, Kelsey, have been the fans.
They have gotten a great basketball game, and it didn't seem like that in the first 3 quarters.
No, definitely
this
not.
Last 4th quarter is giving them their money's worth for sure.
Now AI Prep, this could ice it now. Just a back-breaking call going against Mayali. Getting called for an out of bounds after making the 3. That would have made it a 1-point game. And now it's a 6-point game with 40 seconds to go. I don't know, and I don't really see how Bill Crothers is coming back after this, because what we talked about at the very beginning of the game was Athlete Institute's length and athleticism on the perimeter. And when you need to get 3s, this is not the team you want to be facing, especially now when they're highly motivated and they've got all the momentum going for them, and your shooters have gone cold in these last 5 minutes. It's going to be tough to see them get off a couple of shots in time and still have enough time to make a defensive stop, not get fouled. Keep in mind, O'Shea Brissett's still out there, and a number of other players. The refs have been very constant with the whistle throughout this entire game. It's a tall mountain to climb now for Bill Crothers to get back in this game and get the win.
Not impossible, though.
Definitely not.
A couple 3s here and there, especially with the shooters that they have on right now. They don't have Scandria on right now, and I'm wondering if that's because it's more of a defensive liability rather than a 3-point plus.
I think so, too. Also, he's a set shooter. It's hard for him to get one quick off the dribble, and that's something that this team defends extremely well as set shooters.
They've got to get a 3 off soon, though. Knocked. That could be it. That's the TSN turning point right there. Javon Blair stealing it right out of the hands of Jacob Frazier, plus the foul. He's going to go to the line, has the opportunity to make it an 8-point game. 24 seconds left.
And how many times have we seen that, though, in these last 5 minutes of guys just silly turnovers, losing the ball there. Mayali with a couple travels going against him when this run began. Just finding new and exciting ways to turn the ball over, unfortunately, for Bill Crothers. And this final push by AI Prep was the one that finally broke them.
Javon Blair nails that first shot. It's now 83-76, the biggest lead that AI has had in this game so far.
Absolutely. And AI Prep has got to be proud with the way that they kept fighting throughout this entire game. Bill Crothers, they got to be proud of themselves too. This was a fantastic game played by this team. For 3 quarters, they were dominating. And unfortunately now, AI Prep finally made that final push and has more or less secured the win here.
18 seconds left, 84-76. They got to get a 3 off. Mayali goes up, gets that one in. AI kind of let him do that because they know that a 2-pointer isn't really helpful at all right now. That foul is going to go to Jawan Beckford, and Javon Blair is going to go to the line for 2.
Once again, unfortunately, what I was saying about Bill Crothers is that they've got to be extremely proud with how they played for those first 3.5 quarters. It really was just the final 5 minutes where AI Prep finally threw everything they had at them, and it was enough.
Another foul shot missed. Although at this point, I'm not sure if it's too little too late. 11.8 seconds left to go in the game. It is a 6-point game. If he misses this, it's still 2 possessions.
He makes it, and I think that's going to ice it.
It's a 3-possession game now, 11.8 on the clock. Bill Crothers is going to be looking to drop some plays to get Mayali open for the 3.
Absolutely. I think at this point, really, like the AI Prep bringing it together in that final 5 minutes, attacking the rim consistently, going back to doing what was working for them. And lo and behold, Kelsey, as soon as things started kind of going their way, guys started moving a little bit more quickly on the offensive end. Defensively, they're starting to put a little bit more pressure on Bill Crothers. Crothers, who had pretty much been able to do whatever they wanted for the entire game, finally started having to make tough passes and tough plays, and they just couldn't convert. And AI Prep, I mean, what a comeback.
From a 17-point deficit.
With 5 minutes to go.
To push it that quickly, that hard, and have this lead, it's incredible.
Absolutely. Keep in mind, folks, they had, I believe they've scored about 30 points in this quarter alone.
I do hear the sirens outside, Ryan, because they stole this game from Bill Crothers. This was Bill Crothers' game to lose, and unfortunately for Bill Crothers, AI has played in this last 5 minutes the way that AI plays.
Absolutely, and this is going to be a tough team to stop when they get going, when they get rolling.
The athleticism on this team is second to none.
Absolutely.
Mayali goes up. That one's good for 2 points. It's a 5-point game now. 9.6 seconds left to go in the game. They intentionally foul O'Shea Brissett. Brissett's going to go to the line for 2 shots. Still a 2-possession game. Brissett, if he makes both of these shots, is able to make it to a 3-possession game, 8.1 seconds.
Great finish there by Mayali.
Brissett at the line for 2. Sorry, Ryan.
No, it's okay. I'm just saying that the last gasps of air from Bill Crothers. Tough finish at the rim.
Have come from Mayali. Mayali is definitely the player to keep an eye out this season.
Absolutely. Him and Jaden Koch. I mean, this is a very, very good Bill Crothers team.
I like Stephen Smith. I like Emmanuel Miller. I mean, there's just so many players here that create this team, that make it such a great team.
Absolutely. And they showed everybody that they can play with anyone at this level this year. And there's Mayali losing it, and that'll do it.
There's the game, 86-80. Athlete Institute has taken it from Bill Crothers from a 17-point deficit in the last 5 minutes to winning this game by 6 points. Thank you to, of course, an entire team, but O'Shea Brissett was the lighter under the fire of that team.
Absolutely. I mean, just going on a run pretty much by himself in that first half, keeping this game close for AI Prep. He was the difference, getting himself to the line as many times as he did, getting the other star players for Bill Crothers in foul trouble. It was a really fantastic performance by him. Also seeing Javon Blair showing up when they needed him most, hitting a couple of very big threes. Howard Washington the same way. Those three players, look for them to be doing most of AI Prep's damage this season, and they did plenty in that fourth quarter against Bill Crothers. And with that, we'll be joined in just a few moments by Kelsey Wright with the interview, the post-game interview. I believe she will be talking to O'Shea Brissett. And just a few things to keep in mind. Tomorrow night, we also have another game, another 2 games actually, that's kicking off the girls' season here in the OSBA. We'll be at Lincoln Prep tomorrow. And for Kelsey Wright, my name is Ryan Greco. I want to thank all of you for joining us tonight here on the OSBA TV. Be sure to catch us tomorrow at Lincoln Prep. We're getting another doubleheader. This time it will be boys and girls. Be sure to stay tuned. You can go to the OSBA Ontario, SBA.ca for the full schedule and lineup. And for Kelsey Wright doing play-by-play, I'm Ryan Greco for your color commentary. We will see you tomorrow night. Take care.